Arc Raiders is just, frankly, a masterpiece. Audio-visual experience is insane. It's probably one of the best sounding video games I've ever played. And it's probably one of the best looking too. Just all of the details. So many small details. Even the sounds, like you can literally hear the sound of the tree. Just creaking. Every individual tree plays that sound when it's, you know, rushing in the wind there. Even if we go up to these chain link fences, you can hear them too. Our footsteps, you know, show up in the sand, and I'm pretty sure they're persistent. I've gone back to like where I've gone before, where I was walking around, and my footsteps are still there. I don't know if they're client side or server side, but still very impressive. And it's localized too. You can hear it in your left ear, and you hear it in your right ear. It's all localized. I know there's a lot of art glazing going on, but genuinely this is probably one of the best games I have played since I can actually remember. This is like what I would really consider like a proper like next generation title. Not only, again, in terms of the audio-visual experience, but also the optimization. You know, I'm getting triple-digit frames at max settings with my 5090 at 1440p native res. On epic settings, everything's maxed out. Right now we're running frame gen by 2x at the top, just because I have a 240 hertz monitor and I want to capitalize on that refresh rate. Since our base frame rate is also very high, that means that we're not really going to be experiencing any input lag from the frame gen. And I literally don't notice any when I play at all, especially when I pick that up. Because, man, playing this game locked at 200 plus FPS on a 240 hertz monitor, it's butter. Hey, good luck, Raider. I'll see you back at Speranza, buddy. Let's get out of here. I don't want him to shoot me in the back for some reason. Just want to get my quest done. Another lovely thing about this game is how everything is so connected. You can see all of the other instances and matches from other locations. I know it's a bit of a pipe dream, but could you imagine, like, an open world sandbox version of this game where you could go in between all of the different worlds, or sorry, not worlds, the different zones and stuff, or even like even bigger pipe dream, it's like a fully open world with like vehicles and stuff, and like we don't need to like go down below because of the arc orbiters anymore. And also those orbiters, I do not think that is a bomb. I think it's literally an arc, because they call it an arc orbiter, and every arc has like a name. You know, you got your snitches, your hornets. And to me, I genuinely think an arc orbiter is a arc. It's not just something in the sky. I know there's like some arc Death Star in the sky. That's where all the arcs are coming from. It's like some massive autonomous factory that keeps making these fucking clankers. Here. It's 15 minutes in. It's really like, even though, you know, we're not really fighting, there's no action right now, but the game is just such a pleasure to play, just walking around, listening to everything, looking at everything. You know, the last time I think I experienced this was playing Arma 2 DayZ mod, where, like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was a very young gamer, you know, kind of lost in the sauce. And just, like, getting around lost in the woods, like, trying to survive was just so much fun to me. And this game very much kind of gives me the same vibes. Just walking around is an enjoyable experience. Especially when they turn the HUD off here and you kind of just take it all in. And I don't even mind the HUD in this game. I think the HUD and the UI is very, very pleasant to look at. A lot of the time, I get all of the information that I need, but I don't even really notice it's there. But when you turn the HUD off completely, it, like, kind of really, really shapes the game up. You can really take everything in. What was that? That's the snitch here. Something about solos in this game, too, are so interesting. We just got to go to the control tower. We got to loot something up top there. We could probably swing over to this extract, too, to get the east elevator. I'm kind of doing myself a bit of a disservice playing with the HUD off.
I am officially arc-dicted. This game is just so awesome.
It is, man, it is. Thank you for the resub. No, I totally agree. Thanks for the 72 months, man. Yeah, we're a lot of us are definitely arc build, and I think the only people who aren't really into this game are people who just don't really like third-person games, specifically third-person PvP games, and understandably so. Because I think a lot of people are, you know, a bit, I guess you could say black-pilled from third-person PvP games because of games like DayZ or Arma. And in DayZ and Arma, the game is not really balanced around the camera, if that makes sense. So, you know, I always use this analogy when I'm, you know, talking to chat on stream, is that third-person camera perspective in DayZ is like sprinkles on ice cream. It's an addition to the game. It's just kind of there for added flavor and just as an option for the players. Whereas third-person on Arc Raiders is the motherfucking ice cream cone. It's literally built into the foundation of the game. Everything in the game is designed around this perspective. We had the opportunity to play with Shai, the design director for Embark, part of the Arc Raiders team. And he told me that even the size of these doors, the width and height of them, was specifically measured to make sense for the camera perspective. The level designers even took the time to measure out every hallway, every corridor, most of the rooms. Like this whole building was measured and designed specifically to cater to a third-person perspective. And he even said if we, you know, just threw on a first-person camera, the map would actually look kind of weird because of the change in your perspective. Everything would look kind of oblong and like almost out of shape. And I found that to be super interesting because like these developers literally thought of everything, combat, level design, PvP, movement, all to cater towards the perspective of the game. And I don't really know a lot of games that go that far to do something like that. Like that to me is incredibly impressive, and it's a massive attention to detail overall. It's a really wonderful thing. And it really shows, man. It really shows. Like, you just play this game, and you can just feel it. You can feel all of the attention to detail, everything big and small. And to me, when it comes to game development, the small details matter more than the big things. Big mechanics, big features, systems are important. But if you don't have the small details that tack on top of that, it's not really going to be that good. All right, let's see if we can get out of here. We got a minute for that extract to close. This might hurt. Ow! Yeah, that hurt. That hurt a little bit. So Arc Raiders is honestly really special. This game is doing things that, well, frankly, other games kind of have done before, but it's the blend of everything that they put together that makes it so good. When you compare this game to a lot of extraction shooters, like, it's really because I think because this game is a third-person game is why it feels so good. Like when you look at, like, say, I don't know, Delta Force, Tarkov, and ABI, and you grab an AK in all of those games and take a screenshot, all of those games are going to look incredibly similar. Oh, we got the short thing. Let's press the button. Whereas this game, it is the game it is because it's a third-person game. A lot of people will say, this game would be better if it was first-person. I disagree. The reason why this game is what it is because it's a third-person game. And that's so special. Normally, I don't really like third-person PvP games, you know, because I'm a DayZ player, I'm an Arma player, you know. I am kind of black-pilled from the third-person perspective because, you know, if there's a guy over there, I could see him, and, you know, he wouldn't be able to know I'm here. But, frankly, like, you get ratted just as much in other games. You just have to play with the camera. That's just how it is, and you either like that or you don't. And I think people often forget too, it's like you're also playing this game in third person. You also can use your camera to kind of, you know, look at people and gain info. That's just kind of how it is. And it's no different than, you know, if you like turn-based games, you don't like turn-based games. The game's not bad because it's turn-based, it's just not your preference. And that's totally fine. Let's get out of here. Got that quest done. Yeah, man, this game is really special. You guys should you should play it if you haven't. It's really good.